Very good morning to one and all. So today I am going to give a lecture about the topic network topology. Okay. So the course name is Computer Networks and the course code U18PCCS504. I am Dr. R. Ilangavi, Associate Professor, Department of CSE from Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. First of all, what is meant by network topology? So it means the geometric representation of how the computers are connected to each other is known as topology. So geometric representation means here it describes about graphical representations, whether that is like images. That is called geometric representation of how the computers are connected to each other in a network. That is called topology. So here we can discuss about 5 types of topology: mesh topology, star topology, bus topology, ring topology, and hybrid topology. Okay. So the below this is the diagram, that is 5 types of topology: bus, ring, tree, star, mesh, and also hybrid. Okay. First we discuss about bus topology. In bus topology, there is a main cable. Okay. In that main cable, all the devices are connected through drop lines. Okay. So if the devices or host want to share any information, that information should be shared via through the main cable. Okay. So here there is a device called tap that connects the drop line to the main cable. Okay. The tap will connect the drop line to the main cable to communicate the information from one end to another end. Since all the data is transmitted over the main cable, there is a limit of drop lines and the distance a main cable can have. So here the bus topology is mainly used in Ethernet 802.3 and 802.4 standard networks. So bus topology is the basic one in topology. Okay. So it is easy to implement and it is easy to share the information to all the devices by using this bus topology. So this is the diagram, okay, of bus topology. So here we call it as a network backbone. Okay, next. So that's why we call it as a cable. Okay, drop cable. Here through this cable we can share the information into all the devices in the network, okay, through one by one. So what are the advantages of bus topology? First one is easy installation. Here each cable needs to be connected with the backbone cable. Backbone cable in the sense I already told, that is the network cable, okay, the thin cable. So for every time the easy installation, for every time the cable needs to be connected with the backbone cable. And one of the next advantages, less cables required than mesh topology and star topology. So why means all the devices are connected to a single cable, single drop lines. Okay. So if they want to share the information, they can share only through that single drop lines. So in this bus topology, it will need only less cables. Next, disadvantages of bus topology: difficulty in fault detection. Suppose in a network, if any failure occurs during the time of data transmission, it is difficult to find the fault, okay, where the data is, that is where the error occurs and where the fault is there. Okay, it is difficult to find in a network. That is one of the disadvantages of bus topology. And it is not scalable. That means there is a limit of how many nodes you can connect with the backbone cable. For example, take a bus. Okay, so in a bus we can maximum people can sit is 54 to 55 members. Okay, apart from that we can't add no more peoples. So likewise in this bus topology also there is a limit. So we can add only a particular number of nodes in a backbone cable, that is in a thin cable, to share the information through the devices. For example, whether it is a 10 device or it is a 20 devices. anything, there should be a limit. So this is one of the main disadvantages of bus topology. Next one is ring topology. So in ring topology, each node is connected to the two nearest nodes. So the entire network form a circle. So you can also told the one method of for passing the data on the ring network is called token passing. How means? So it is like a circle. Then systems are connected like a circle. So if the first node share the information to the next node, and the next node share the information to the next node, and again the next node share the information to the next node. So one by one they share the information continuously. Okay. So in the network it forms a circle, that is in ring manner. The main method for passing data on the ring network is called token passing. Here ring topology is like a bus topology, but with connected ends. How it is with connected end means first system can connect to the second, okay, second can connect to the third, third can connect to the fourth. So each and every system should be connected to the next node and previous nodes. Okay, so that's why we call it is a with connected ends. But in bus topology, not all the devices are connected ends. Why means in first system it will be one place, and second system it will be one place, and all the systems are just connected through a drop cable. But here also connected with the ends. So compared to bus topology, ring topology is a topology with connected ends. Okay. So the node that receives the message from the previous computer will transmit to the next node. Suppose consider second node. Okay. The second node will receive the message from the previous computer, that is first node, okay, first computer, and will transmit to the next node, that is third computer, third device. So second node will receive the information from the first node and transmit to the third node. Likewise, third node will get the information from the second node, that is second system, and transmit to the fourth node. So each node will have the two end connections. But the data flow should be in only one direction. Okay, that is from first system to second, second to third, third to fourth, fourth to fifth. So everything should be in a single direction. Next, token passing. How it is works? Working of token passing. So a token moves around the network, okay, from the first system to last system, and it is passed from the computer to computer until it reaches the destination. For example, in network we are having 5 systems. A token will move from the first system and it reaches the 5th system. Okay, so from one computer to another computer, it move on until it reaches the destination. So here the sender modifies the token by putting the address along with the data. Sender means who is going to send the data, right? So they can modify the token by putting the address. Okay, so he can change the address, or he can do anything by modifying the token along with the data. So next, the data is passed from one device to another device until the destination address matches. Suppose from the first system I am sending the data, okay, with the address. It will move one by one system, second system, third system, fourth system, and fifth. It will move on, and it will check whether the address matches or not. So if the address matches, it will reach as a destination. Suppose I am sending from the first system. If it reaches the third system, that is the destination. After the third system, the message should be reached. Then it will send the acknowledgement to the sender. That is whether it can receive the information or not. Okay, so once the destination reached means the destination will send the acknowledgement to the sender. So that's why in a ring topology, a token is used as a carrier. Okay, why carrier means it have the data and the address. Okay, where should have to reach the destination. That's why in a ring topology, a token is called as a carrier. This is the diagram of ring topology. Okay, so here I given the 5 systems. Each systems are connected to the next system and share the information one by one. Okay. through the ring, right? It is in ring manner. So from one system to another system, the information is passed in the form of tokens. That token will contain that data as well as the address. Next one, advantages of ring topology. What are the advantages? It is easier to manage and it is easy to locate a defective node or cable problem. So in bus topology, it is not possible. Okay, fault detection is not possible, but here it is easy to manage as well as easier to locate a defective node or cable problem. Here it is well suited for transmitting signal over long distance on a LAN. Why means in a ring topology, all the systems are interconnected. Okay, the second system will connect to first and third system will connect to second and fourth. Likewise, it is fully connected through a LAN. So this ring topology is well suited for transmitting signals over long distances. And it is easy to handle high volume network traffic. And next one, it enables reliable communications. So these are some of the advantages of ring topology. Next one, disadvantages of ring topology. The major thing is it is expensive when compared to bus topology. Why means it requires more cable. In bus topology, it need not require more cable, but in ring topology, it will require more cable and network equipment. And also, it is not used as widely as bus topology. Why means because of more cable requirements and network equipments, the ring topology is not used widely. Next one, star topology. So star topology is an arrangement of the network in which every node is connected to the central hub. It is called a switch or a central computer. So think like the same star. Okay. So if it in a network, all the nodes in the networks are connected to the central hub. That is called star topology. So here the central computer is known as a server. Why means all the devices are connected to the central hub, central computer. That is, it is called as a server. And the peripheral devices attached to the server are known as clients. Why means the server only will share the information to all the clients. That's why the remaining systems in the network are called client and the central computer is called as a server. So in star topology, we are using coaxial cable or RJ45 cables. We use it to connect the computers. So this is the diagram of star topology. Central hub. Okay, so the center one is called the central hub. So all the systems are connected to the central hub. If the system want to share any information, the central hub will share the information to all the systems in a network. Next, the continuation. Any single cable can connect only two devices in a star topology. So cabling problem will affect two nodes at most. That means normally a single cable connection only there, but if you are connecting more than one cable or more than one node, it will affect. That is called cabling problem. Next, it requires more cabling than ring topology or bus topology, that is bus networks. So why means in ring topology it is connected one by one continuously, but in star topology it is in star manner. So each one have some different distances in star topology. So it needs more cabling than ring or bus networks. And it is more fault tolerant. It is easy to find the faults in this star topology. And this star topology should be easily moved, isolated, or interconnected with other networks. And it is that's why we call it as a scalable. It is easily moved, isolated, and it is fully interconnected with the other networks. That's why it is called scalable. Maximum, the star topology will support 1024 addressable nodes in the logical network. Next, advantages and disadvantages of star topology. What are the advantages? it is a good option for modern networks. Okay. That is advanced networks. Next one, low startup cost. So when using this star topology, the cost will be low. That is expensive is less, and it is easy to manage. Next one, the most popular topology in use is called star topology. So in this star topology, wide variety of equipments are available. That's why this topology is most popular in use. These are some of the advantages. Next, disadvantages. Hub is a single point of failure. Yeah, definitely. This is one of the major disadvantages in star topology. Why means you take the hub. Okay, so it is a central system, central device. We also call it as a server. Okay, it only shares the information to all the peripheral devices in a network. Once if the hub is failure, it gets failure means it won't share any information. It can't able to share any information. So that is a major disadvantage. Next, it requires more cable than bus topology. That is also one of the disadvantage in star topology. Okay. So hub is a single point of failure. That is a major thing, and it requires more cable than the bus topology. So these are the two disadvantages, major disadvantages in star topology. Next one, mesh topology. So mesh topology is an arrangement of network in which computers are interconnected with each other through variant redundant connections. Yeah. So how means, suppose 5 systems or 10 systems in a network means all systems are interconnected one another. Okay. For example, take 5 systems. The first system is connected to the all the systems, all the remaining 4 systems in the network. Likewise, the second device is connected to all the remaining 4 devices. Likewise, third is connected to the all the remaining 4 devices. Likewise, all the systems are connected to the all other systems in the networks. That is called mesh topology. So here there are multiple paths from one computer to another computer. How means, the first computer can share the data to the fourth computer through third, or the first computer can share the data to the fourth computer through second. So there are n number of paths, multiple paths from one computer to another computer. And it does not contain the switch, hub, or any central computer which acts as a central point of communication. Yeah, of course, in mesh topology, there is no central point of communication. There is no hub. Okay, because all the systems are interconnected with one another. So it does not need any switch or hub or any central devices to share the information in between the systems, in between the computers. And the best example of mesh topology is the internet. So, for example, take the internet. Okay, from internet, we can, if the 10 systems made, we can share the same information to all the systems by using this internet connection. They can also share the remaining 9 computers also share the information to the first computer. Okay, and it also receives the information. So likewise, the information is shared to all the devices in a network. That's why we told internet is the best example. This is a mesh topology, the diagram. See here, for example, take this is the first computer, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, totally 6 computers. In this, the first computer will connect it to the all the computers. See, first will connect to second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Likewise, second will connect to first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Likewise, each and every computer will connect it to the all other computers in a network. What are the types of mesh topology? There are 2 types. One is full mesh topology and another one is partial mesh topology. So in a full mesh topology, each computer is connected to all the computers available in the network. That is full mesh topology. That is 5 computers means 5 computers are interconnected with one another. Next one, partial mesh topology. So in this partial mesh topology, not all, okay, but some certain computers are connected to those computers which they communicate frequently. For example, take the second, third computers. That computers are connected frequently, and they can communicate the information through only only the two devices, right? That is called partial mesh topology. So in this case, not at all, but certain computers are connected to those computers which they communicate frequently. That is called partial. If it is fully interconnected, that is full mesh topology. If it is communicated, the information between two or three systems, that is called partial mesh topology. What are the advantages of mesh topology? It is reliable. The mesh topology networks are very reliable. Okay. And if any link breakdown means, it will not affect the communication between the connected computers. In a network, while the time of sharing the information or data, okay, if it share the information from first to second network, okay, suppose if any fault or any problem occur in the second network means, what happens means it will not affect the communication between all the computers. Only that system will be affected. The remaining system will communicate the information between them. That's why we call it as a reliable, fast communication. So in this mesh topology, it is fast to communicate the information to all other devices in a network. Next, easier reconfiguration. So adding new devices would not disturb the communication between other devices. Normally, if there is any 5 devices or 6 devices, if you are going to add some more new devices, means it will not disturb. Okay, it will not disturb the communication between other devices. That's why it is easy to reconfigure. Reconfigure means first you configured 5 devices. Later on, if you configure some more devices, that is called reconfiguration. Okay. So these are some of the advantages of mesh topology. One is reliable, next one is fast communication, and third one is easier reconfiguration. Next, disadvantages of mesh topology. First one we called as cost. That is the major disadvantages of bus topology. So bus topology will contain large number of connected devices. We call it as a router and more transmission media than other topologies. So that is a major thing. Mesh topology will contain large number of connected devices such as router and more transmission media. Next one, management. So in management, the mesh topology networks are very large and very difficult to maintain and manage. That is a major disadvantage. So because we are more number of systems connected in the network, so that what happens means it is not easy to manage and maintain, okay, through the entire devices for a number of communications. So if the network is not monitored carefully, then the communication link failure goes undetected. And definitely the network is not monitored carefully means the communication link failure will happen. Next one, efficiency. In this topology, the redundant connections are high. So that reduces the efficiency of network. Redundant connection means duplicate. Okay. So duplicate connections are high. So that will reduce the efficiency of network in this mesh topology. So these are the major disadvantages. One is the cost. Why means it contains a number of connected devices. Okay, with us router and more transmission media than other topology. So that the cost is also high and it is not easy to manage, and the efficiency, okay, due to duplicate redundant connection, the efficiency also get reduced in this mesh topology. Next, last topology is hybrid topology. A combination of 2 or more topology is known as hybrid topology. So for example, a combination of star topology and mesh topology, that is known as hybrid topology. We can simply explain with the example. For example, if there exists a ring topology in one branch of ICICI Bank, okay, one branch of ICICI Bank, and the bus topology in another branch of ICICI Bank. In the two branches, they are using different types of topology. One is ring topology and another is bus topology. What will happen means connecting these two topologies will result in hybrid topology. Both the banks, okay, both the same bank, okay, but in the banks they are using different topology. While connecting these two topology, we call it as a hybrid topology. We can use star and mesh, or we can use star and ring also, but the general combination, common combination is star and mesh topology. This is the diagram for hybrid topology. So here we are using, one is the bus topology, and here one we are using the ring topology, right? So bus topology and ring topology, two topologies are connected to the network. That's why we call it as a hybrid topology. Next, advantages of hybrid topology. So we can choose the topology based on the requirement. Okay. Here we are given the example, for example, scalability, right? If scalability is our concern, then we can use star topology instead of bus topology for scalability. Suppose if there is some other concern, we can use some other topology instead of bus or star topology. We can use some other topology. So it is fully depends on the requirement. We can use the topologies. And as scalable, we can further connect other computer networks with the existing networks with the different topologies. It is easily we can explain. We can connect the other computer networks with the already existing networks, okay, with different topologies. For that, we are using better star topology. That's why we told it is a major advantage in hybrid. Disadvantages of hybrid topologies. Fault detection is difficult. Why means there are two different topologies used. Okay, so while we are sharing the information, while we are sharing the data through the two different topology, if failure happen means it is very difficult to find where the that failure will happen in a network. And also installation is difficult. Okay, while you are using two topologies, different topology, it takes more time. Okay, and cost, it is also expensive, and installation also difficult in hybrid. But while you are using a single topology, whether it's a ring or mesh, okay, their installation is very easy because we are using only one topology through the entire network. Where it is a hybrid, we are using more than one topology, so it is difficult to install. Next, design is also complex. So as we have two topologies, we are having different design for each and every topology in hybrid. So that what will happen means that due to the complexity of design, the maintenance is also high, okay, and also cost expensive. These are some of the disadvantages. So the advantage means as it is scalable, that is a major advantage, and disadvantage means fault detection. Yeah, majorly it is also the main problem, and installation is difficult due to using two types of topology, and due to complexity of design, maintenance is high, and also it is very expensive. Thank you.